Hi friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Factory. My name is Harisankar. Today onwards we are going to deal with a new mode of lecture series which is known as NCERT book series. We mainly focus on NCERT texts, and the first of all we are going to deal with geography of 6th standard and the first chapter, that is the Earth in the solar system. It's a very simple chapter which mainly focus on the solar system and the planets, its Milky Way galaxy, universe, such basic facts which were very important for NCERT exams as well as other exams. Okay, so let's move to the chapter. As an introduction, we can find a small description of the moon. So let's go through that. The whole sky is filled with tiny shining objects. Some are bright and others are dim. Along with these bright objects, we can also see the moon on the most of days. We can also see full moon or the Purnima only once in a month. After that, or the fortnight later, we cannot see moon at all, and that is known as Amavasya. And on that Amavasya day, we can watch the sky at the best because there is no light, and we can see the whole night as a clear. Okay. Next, we are moving to the next subtopic, that is a celestial body. So what is a celestial body? The sun, moon and the other objects shining in the night sky are known as celestial bodies. Some celestial bodies are very big and hot. They are made up of gases, and some have their own heat and light. These celestial bodies are called as stars. Sun is also a star. Okay, so here there is a small description about what is a celestial body, what are their features, and what is known as star. Okay, so what is a star? Stars are also celestial body which have their own heat and light and emit it in large amount. Okay, so is sun is a star? Yes, the sun is also a star. Okay, so we can go to the next topic, that is constellations. Okay, what is constellation? Before we are looking to the constellation, we can see a small picture which there is a small child which is looking into the stars, and when we notice into that picture, we can find there are 7 stars, isn't it? Yes, there are 7 stars. Okay, so what is constellation? While watching the night sky, we can also notice various patterns that is formed by the different group of stars which were known as constellation. Ursa Major or the Big Bear is also examples of the constellations. Some of the most easily recognizable constellation is Saptarshi. As the word suggests, that Saptarshi contains 7 stars, and in the ancient time, the people used it to determine the directions using the night with the help of these stars. North star indicate the north direction, and it is also called as pole star. Okay, and my question is, the picture here depicts is Saptarshi which contains the 7 stars. How did this child find the north direction? Just observe into that picture. If we connect 3 stars which forms a line which focus into another star, that is known as pole star. Okay, so when we look into the sky, just observe which were the constellation or the group of stars which were in the sky, and find the Saptarshi which contains the 7 stars, and just imagine an imaginary line which connects the 4 stars in the constellation itself, which point to a brightest star in the sky which were known as pole star or the north star. In the ancient times, the travelers and the peoples mainly find direction in the night, which mainly using these constellations, especially the pole star. Okay, next here we can find what is planet. Okay, next topic is planet. So what is a planet? The word planet came from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. Okay, so what is a planet? Some celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light. They are lit by the light of stars and such bodies are known as planet. Okay, so the planet, what is a planet? Planet doesn't have their own heat and light, but they shine by using the light of stars. Okay, as I say earlier, the word planet came from the Greek word known as planetai, which mean wanderers. Earth on which we live is a planet. So as we all know that the Earth is also a planet, and the moon we see in the sky is a satellite. Okay, so what is a moon? Moon is not a planet but a satellite. It is a companion of our Earth and move around it. Like our Earth, they have the 7 other planets get the heat and the light from the sun. Okay, so not only Earth get heat and light from the sun, like the Earth, other 7 planets also get heat and light from the sun. So there is a small box in the left side, and we can read that. And the interesting fact is that the Jupiter, Saturn and the Uranus have the rings around them. These rings are the belt of debris. Okay, the debris means a small dust particle or something else, or some big particles, or which mainly dust, stone, or some other hardened particles. These rings may be seen from the Earth with the help of a powerful telescope. So, as we know, these planets such as Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus have the rings around them. And in the picture itself, we can see that this seems to be very beautiful, isn't it? So, let's go to the next topic, that is solar system. The Earth, 8 planets, satellite and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids, meteoroids form the solar system. We oftenly call it as solar family, and the head is sun. Okay, so in the picture, in the text, we can see a picture which mainly depicts how the solar system looks like, and we can find that the center is sun, and the first planet which there is on the order like the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and we also had another planet which is known as Pluto. Now it's out of this solar system due to its issue on the orbits and rotation. We will deal that later. And the next topic, that is the sun. The sun is the center of solar system. As we know, the sun is the head of solar system, and it is very huge, and it's made up of extremely hot gases. It provides the pulling force that binds the solar system. The sun is the ultimate source of the heat and light for the solar system, but the tremendous heat is not felt so much by us because despite being our nearest star, it's far away from us, and the sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. Okay, as we know, the sun is very huge. It's we can say is that it's 15 or 20 times or even 50 times more than our Earth. But how does we are not facing such heat from the sun? Because the sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. Okay, the Earth is the 3rd planet as arranging to the distance according to the sun. And there is also an interesting fact on the left side on the blue box. We can read that Sol in the Roman mythology is sun god, and which means the solar means related to sun. The family of sun is therefore called as solar system. Okay, so the word solar which is formed from the Roman mythology or the Roman word means the soul, which means the sun god. And the solar, what's the meaning of solar? It means it is related to sun. Okay, there is also a small box or the pink color which is on the below of that box. We can read that. Many of the words used in many languages may have been taken from their language. Geography, for example, we are taking geography as an example. It's an English word. Geography is an English word which its origin is in Greek, and which is related to the description of the Earth, and it's made of Greek word G or the GE, which means earth, and the graphia means writing. So writing of Earth is known as geography. Okay, so there is a small graph which is very interesting. That means G means what? G means earth. Logia, which means study of earth. That means geology means study of earth, geometry means measurement of earth, geoid which resembles the shape of earth. Okay. So in another books is also there, we can read that humans have always been fascinated in the gazing the night sky, and those who study the celestial bodies and their movements were known as astronomers. So who were the astronomers? The persons who are studying the celestial bodies and the movement of these celestial bodies were came to be known as astronomers. Aryabhatta was the famous astronomer of ancient India. He said that the moon and the planets shine due to the reflected light. Today astronomers are all over in the world are busy in exploring the universe. Okay, so Aryabhatta is an ancient astronomer of India. He says that what does he say? He says that planet does not have the light, but it shines due to the reflected light of the sun. Okay, so which were the planets? The next topic is planets. So we can look into the topic of the planet. Here are the 8 planets in our solar system in order. That means Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay, so there is an interesting code which is very useful for studying this code. That is, my very efficient mother just served us nuts. Okay, and the first letters that means M, V, E, M, J, S, U, N, which denotes 8 planets in our solar system. That means in the word my, M means Mercury, very Venus, efficient Earth, M Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, N for Neptune. As we say, there was another planet which is known as Pluto. Okay, all the 8 planets in our solar system move around the sun in a fixed path. Okay, so these planets have their own fixed path, and these paths are elongated, and no other planets can get into another planet's or path, and this path, that means these elongated path were came to be known as orbits. Mercury is the nearest to the sun. So which is the planet nearest to the sun? Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. It takes only about 88 days to complete a round along with the orbit. Venus is considered as the Earth's twin because its size, shape are very much similar to the Earth. So there's 2 important factors. So which is the planet nearest to the Earth? Mercury is the planet which is nearer to the Earth, and which is the planet which is known as Earth's twin. Venus is the planet which is known as Earth's twin. Okay, till recently on the August 2006, as I said earlier, the Pluto was considered as a planet. Till August 2006. However, in a meeting of the International Astronomical Union, a decision was taken that the Pluto, like other celestial bodies discovered in recently past, may be called as dwarf planet. So today it is not a planet, but it's a dwarf planet, and it lost its planet status. So we can go to the next topic, that is the Earth, our planet, the Earth. Earth is the 3rd largest planet and the 3rd nearest planet to the sun, and its size, according to its size, it is on 5th planet, and it is slightly flattened at the pole. As we know, the Earth is not exact circle, it has a flattened poles, and that is why its shape is described as geoid. Geoid means the Earth like shape. Okay, the conditions favorable to support life are probably found only on the Earth. So the recent research says that the condition favorable for the life, or only the Earth has the conditions which have the life situations. Earth is neither too hot nor too cold, and it has water and air, which are very big essential for our survival. The Earth has the life supporting gases like oxygen, and because of this reason, the Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. From the outer surface, the Earth appears like a blue because of the 2/3 of the surface is covered by the water, and therefore it is known as blue planet. Okay, so there are some important informations which we are dealing with the Earth. That is, the Earth is the 3rd nearest planet to the sun, and it is the 5th largest planet, and it has a slightly flattened shape on the pole side, and it is known as geoid shape like the earth. And the life situation or the life favorable situation is only found in the earth, and it's not because the earth is neither too hot or neither too cold. It has the water and air which were necessary for our survival, and the life supporting gases like oxygen. These were the several important unique features of the earth. And it also says that from the outer space the earth is appear like a blue planet because the earth is covered, or the 2/3 of the earth is covered with the water. Okay. Another important feature, another important data which is given on a blue box. Just look at that. The light travels at the speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second, yet even its speed, the light of the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the earth. So the light travels at the speed. What is the speed of the light? It is 3 lakh kilometer per second, but it take about 8 minutes for light to reach the earth. Okay. And another important fact is that Neil Armstrong was the first man to step on the surface of the moon on 20th July 1969. So when did Neil Armstrong step on the moon? On 20th July 1969. So there is a question that whether any Indian has landed on the moon. It's a question to you, whether any Indian has landed on the moon? Yes, of course, there's an Indian. The first Indian to launch on the to step on the moon is Rakesh Sharma. Okay. So let's move to the next topic, that is the moon. Our Earth has only one satellite, that is known as moon. Its diameter is only 1/4 that of the Earth, and it appears so big because it's nearer to our planet. So when we look from the Earth, we can see that the moon has a big object, but its size is only of 1/4 that of Earth. Then why is it appear to be so big? Because it's nearer to our planet. It is only about 384,400 kilometers away from us. So we can find so it's quite nearer to our Earth. That's why it appears little bit big. Okay. The moon moves around the Earth in about 27 days. It exactly takes at the same time to complete one spin. As a result, only one side of the moon is visible to us. Okay. So the moon moves around the Earth in 27 days, and it takes 27 days to complete one spin. Okay. So there's a beautiful picture which depicts how the satellite has been launched, and it is mainly divided into 3 phases. And the first phase, that is the rocket is launching and the rocket falls back to the Earth. So the important part is the satellite, and from the rocket, only the satellite part goes to the orbit, and other waste particles, that means other body of the rocket, just falls to the Earth. Okay, it's just a depiction. And what is a satellite? A satellite is a celestial body that moves around the planet in the same way as the planet moves around the sun. Okay, so what is a satellite? It is a celestial body that moves around the planet in a same way that the planet moves around the sun. But what are human-made satellites? Human-made satellite is an artificial body, and it is designed by the scientists to gather information about the universe, or for the communication. It is carried by the rocket and placed to the orbit around the Earth. Okay, so some important examples of the satellite of the Indian satellites were INSAT, IRS, EduSat, etc. There is a picture of that satellite that I have discussed before. So let's move to the next topic, that is asteroids. So what is known as asteroids? Apart from the stars, planets and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies which have moved around the sun, and these bodies are known as asteroids. They are found between orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So an important question, where does these asteroids are found? These asteroids are found on the orbits between Mars and Jupiter. Scientists also in a view that asteroids are the part of the planet which exploded many years back. As we know, how does this Earth form? Earth form as a result. As studies suggest that the Earth form as a result of Big Bang theory, isn't it? So some important particles, that means some important big rocks such as as we see today as Earth, Mars, Jupiter, were the broken particles of this Big Bang theory, and some other small particles which move around the solar system itself, and they were not came to be known as asteroid, meteoroids, etc. These are the new studies suggest. Okay, and what is known as meteoroids? Some pieces of the rock which move around the sun are known as meteoroids. So what are meteoroids? Some pieces of the rock which move around the sun are called as meteoroids. Sometimes these meteoroids came near to the earth and tend to drop into it. So it's a dangerous particle. That is, a meteoroid is a dangerous particle because sometimes these meteoroids came near to the earth and tend to drop into it. During this process, due to friction, the air get heated, and these particles, or that means these stone particles, heat and burn, which causes a flash of light. And sometimes a meteoroid, without being completely burned, fall on a earth and creates a hollow. That means which fall on the earth and creates a hole on the earth itself. As in the picture suggests, we can find a asteroid there, and asteroid there, and so it's very simple topic, that is what is the difference between asteroid and meteoroid. So let's move to the next topic, that is about galaxies. Okay, so what is a galaxy? There are millions of stars, and simply says that a galaxy is a huge system of the billion of stars, of the clouds of the dust and gases. Okay, so what is galaxy? Galaxy is a huge system of billion of stars and the clouds of dust and the gases. There are millions of such galaxies which make the universe. It is difficult to imagine how big the universe is. Scientists are still trying to find out more and more about the universe. Okay, so the chapter is ending. It's a very simple topic and a simple chapter, which mainly deal with some basic facts. But look into this picture also, we can simply find how big the universe and how small we are. So in the outermost cover there is universe, and there is on the second outermost there is a Milky Way galaxy, solar system, earth, and we the people. Okay, so we can just imagine how big the universe and how small we are. Okay, so we are concluding our class today. Today we mainly focuses on some basic facts of the earth and the solar system. We mainly discuss on celestial bodies, constellations, and other some important topics. So just go through your NCERT texts along watching this video. So if you like this class, just please like my video, subscribe my channel, and share my video to your friends also. Thank you.